Yes, very good, dear Astromania. Well, I am going to make a short video explaining how to observe the next partial eclipse of the sun. This eclipse that will be seen on March 29th, that is next Saturday, and that will be seen in a large part of the northern area of our planet. Although let's say everything is going to be partial, some places for a slightly more advanced partial, in another more, let's say, grazing. Then I'll explain. The maximum will be on the Labrador Peninsula in Canada. But as you can see, it will be something like this. It won't be a total eclipse either. So without further ado, I'm going to explain how to observe it, where, and more or less the hours in which it is observed. Well, as we see on this map, it's essentially going to be seen in the hemisphere near the North Pole. Especially good, much of Europe will be visible. This whole area of Europe, except the southernmost southeastern part of Europe, but this whole area will be visible, I repeat, as a spatial eclipse in Greenland, in here in the North Canada, one extreme, the extreme here in the United States, Maine, Massachusetts, etc., where I'm here in New Jersey, it's going to. Supposedly, the sun will be seen almost glued to the horizon, dawning when the eclipse is ending. In other words, in practice, it will be impossible to see it because it will be just the moon touching the mole of the sun. When the sun is rising, I don't know, 2-3 degrees on the horizon, maybe less. And after that, well, the eclipse will have already passed. So it will also supposedly not be seen here on these Caribbean islands here in Guyana. Yes, French Guiana, I don't know. This area here is at the tip of Brazil, but, well, very difficult, very extreme also here in Africa, Canary Islands, of course, but, well, the area that will best be seen will be, well, to the north, Russia, Denmark, Finland, Norway, or the north of Europe, as you see here, and this extreme northeast of Canada, and also part of the northeast of the United States, but further north where I am, which is already quite north, and of course here in the Atlantic, at the North Pole, if there is someone over there, well, they can observe it. So let's see the schedule. Let's see another map first here. Here too, well, the representation, the maximum part will be here in the speaker on the Labrador Peninsula. It has been there here in Canada, but it will not be, I repeat, your state either. Then it will be seen at dawn in America, here in this area of the United States and Guyana. Brazil, this edge, here when the sun is rising, that is the sun barely rising very early in the morning. It will be seen at the end of the eclipse, and in this area of Spain, this entire area here will be seen. It falls at 11 o'clock. We are going to see a simulation right now on the star. We are going to put Spain, for example. It will be seen, I know that, at 11 a.m. And so much in the morning, I know that it is noon. And then in this area, already extreme here in Siberia, there are many people over there in Russia. Well, it will be seen at dusk when the sun is falling over the horizon. So we are going to go to the star to show some points so that you have an idea. Well, let's start here at the extreme northwest, northeast, Canada, where the maximum will be. You will see something like this, but since you will now see the sun very low on the horizon, just 4 degrees, of course, here you can see it a little more advanced, because if we advance time here, let's see, 8 degrees, well, it is a little more visible, but, well, the partiality is less. It is decreasing by 10 degrees. That is, it will be visible in this area, but the part of the maximum, because the sun will be very low on the horizon, about 4 degrees. But hey, if it is clear, it could be visible. I'm going to move to another area. I'm going to start east this way, sometimes by in the western part, that is the east coast of the United States, we are going to move. For example, here I fall near. where I live so that you can see what you will see. Here it is supposed to be seen, but well low on the horizon. Even this is a little further north of where I live. Even in New Jersey, it is worse or case. So we are going to move towards we're going to move to Siberia, the other end, and then we're going to go to Spain, which is, let's just say, a more comfortable place because the sun is going to be very high. This is over here, somewhere in central Russia. On the steppes over there, it would be 4:07 p.m. Let's see when the eclipse occurs in this area. Unlike in America, because when the sun is setting in the afternoon very low on the horizon, the further we move towards the west, towards searching for Europe, the higher the sun will be. Then let's look for Spain. This star map here is not a little uncomfortable. It is very small. You cannot expand from one point there to just any Spain. Or key, we'll see that then. The eclipse will occur, I know, at 10 in the morning. It depends on the area of Spain, right? Well, 9111, as you can see, of course, less pronounced. It all depends. If you are further north of Spain, it will be seen. It will be hidden more from the sun. If you are further south of Spain, less if you are in Norway, Finland, well, more. The further north, the better, but it will be very high on the horizon. I know that at 10 km in the morning, because it will be much higher, it will be about 45 degrees above the horizon, so pretty easy to see. But hey, less pronounced, but it's always a spectacle. Remember that to protect yourself, to observe this, you cannot observe it directly. You must wear specialized sunglasses. If you are going to do it through a telescope, well, more protection yet, make sure it's a filter. Don't put a filter in front of the eyepiece because that's where the concentration of real people goes. The sun can explode that filter, burn him, and automatically burn his eye. So I recommend, if you are going to put a filter with a telescope, that you put a filter in front of the objective because the temperature there is room temperature. Of course, the filter is very secure, that it is not going to fall, that it is not going to come off, so that your well-protected eye does not burn. And in an even safer way, since projection on a screen, instead of looking directly at the telescope, they put the telescope, then that case without any sunscreen, and put a piece of paper. They put the complete telescope with eyepiece and everything and put a white matte paper behind it. And they go there to see the image of the sun reflected with the meniscus of the moon. Sunspots if you have it. And they are some of the techniques, even the one that doesn't have, well, a small hole that is projected, that hole in a wall or something white, well, it also works. There are several techniques, but always, I repeat, do not look directly at the sun. And above all, if you are going to do it with instruments, make sure you have the appropriate filter, whether with binoculars or a telescope, because looking directly can affect the retina. But if you look at it with a telescope that the light concentration is much higher, it can burn your eye automatically. So that's it. I repeat, on the 29th in the morning in Europe and in America, in these small areas, Americas and severe to the east, and at sunset in already Asia, looking towards Asia, not Asia, Russia, the northern area of Russia. I hope you enjoy it. I would like, if they knew, then leave me a comment in this video or in another on the channel, and until the next video on Astromania.